So the Premier League is on this weekend as usual, guys, and as always I'm going to preview this by highlighting 5 matches that you should be looking out for this weekend. 5 of the 10 Premier League games that are on Saturday and Sunday. Game week 5 is on the way. So who am I looking out for? Well, let's start with the early kickoff on Saturday afternoon. West Ham United against Chelsea. Now Chelsea have been in very indifferent form, but they were decent to beat Bournemouth the other weekend, and in fairness to them, they did look a lot better. New signings such as Jadon Sancho seem to be making a difference off the bench at least. So how are they going to get on against West Ham? Well, West Ham have only won 1 game so far this season. Admittedly, they have had some tough games in there as well. Let's not get away from that fact. But what kind of challenge will Chelsea bring? Well, honestly, I'm going to back Chelsea for the win here. I feel like they're going to get a bit of form now. I feel like the new signings are going to work for them. West Ham, again, the new signings for them don't look to have really gelled yet so far. There's a lot of new signings and a lot of new faces in that dressing room, and they don't seem to be working with each other just yet. I am backing West Ham to finish top half in the Premier League this season, but it's going to take some time for them to get used to each other, and of course the new manager Julian Lopetegui's style to be kind of put onto the new team. So next up, I'm going to look at Southampton and Ipswich, 2 of the promoted sides. Southampton have lost every game so far this season, but they did manage to pick up a win in the EFL Cup in midweek, albeit on penalties against Everton, the only other side to lose every Premier League game so far this season. Ipswich Town, meanwhile, they haven't won a match yet this season, but they have got some encouraging draws, not least against Fulham, and they're a very impressive draw as well against Brighton in the previous match day. So how do I see this one going? Well, I am going to go pretty boring, and I'm going to say that this is going to be a draw. I've not really seen enough from Southampton to say that they have got a real cutting edge. They were very poor against Manchester United, didn't take the chances. Had they converted that penalty, it could have been a very different game, but they didn't. So I'm going to go with a 0-0 draw with that one. So I just realised I didn't give a score prediction for Chelsea and West Ham. Favourite scoreline, 2-1 to Chelsea in that one. But yeah, 0-0 for Southampton and Ipswich. I'm not predicting a classic with that one. Tottenham Hotspur are up next. They play against Brentford at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Spurs not in good form at all, losing their previous 2 matches of the season, and a disappointing draw against Leicester in the opening day as well. They scraped past Championship Coventry in midweek in the EFL Cup. It's not really showing me there's a lot of confidence in that side right now, but Brentford have started the season in decent form, 2 wins, 2 losses. I think Spurs are going to hit the stride though now. I think they're going to win this match. I'm going to go with a 2-0 victory for Tottenham, but we'll see. I don't think it's going to be easy for them by any stretch either. Next up, I have got Leicester City against Everton. 2 sides that are winless so far this season. Everton, like I said before, losing every match this season so far. Leicester winless, but there is some encouraging signs in there. You could say they were unlucky against Palace with that controversial offside goal. I've already done a video covering that. If you haven't seen it, of course, please check it out if you haven't. But yeah, how do I think this is gonna go? Well, I think that Sean Dyche is just going to have to concede possession like he normally does. 25% possession or whatever it was against Southampton at home in midweek in the Carabao Cup. Not good. Leicester City though, I feel like they're going to do it. It's going to be a scrappy, horrible goal. Jamie Vardy with a tap in at the far post or something like that. But it's not going to matter. It's going to be massive for the Foxes. So I'm going to go with a 1-0 win to Leicester. And the final match, of course I'm covering this one. Manchester City against Arsenal. City, of course, a perfect record so far in the Premier League. The only side to have done so. Arsenal unbeaten as well. Just that 1 draw against Brighton to their name. Man City did draw in midweek though in the Champions League. That won't exactly inspire confidence, although I don't think they played particularly bad against Inter Milan. As I am recording this on Thursday morning, Arsenal have not yet played against Atalanta in the Champions League, so I don't know how they've got on with that. So if that's already happened by the time you're watching this, that's just how these things go. Although I do think having a Thursday night trip compared to an away trip in Europe compared to a home tie for Man City at home in the Champions League on Wednesday, I feel like that's going to play a part. But that being said, I'm going to sit on the fence. I'm going to go with another draw. I'm going to go with a draw, a 1-1 draw in this game. I would love to see Arsenal win it. That would really throw the cat amongst the pigeons, but I feel like the fixture congestion, the way things have kind of laid out, is not going to help them. That's a lot of travelling to do so close to this game. It's not going to help them out. But those are my thoughts on these 5 games in the Premier League, guys. What are your score predictions, and which games are you going to be looking out for as well? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, keep it subscribed to thefootballchronicle.com to see much more content from the world of football and the Premier League just like this.